What's going on, YouTube? This morning we have a little job. We're gonna go do some shopping. That's it. Good news today. I'm watching, well, actually we are watching. I'm going with a couple of friends and my wife. We are gonna be watching Project Hail Mary in IMAX 70 millimeters. Not trying to brag, but we got tickets. And this is gonna be my first 70 millimeter experience. I've never watched a movie in 70 millimeter. Technically my first experience was going to be the Odyssey. I bought my tickets a year in advance and I got seats at the TLC Chinese Theater. That was supposed to be my first 70 millimeter experience, but when Project Hail Mary came out, I was like, damn, that looks like a good movie. So I told a couple of my friends and they were like, yeah, we're down. And so we got tickets, we got seats. And the movie theater we're gonna watch it at is Irvine Spectrum, but we're probably gonna go to Ontario, to Regal, Ontario. Irvine Spectrum has one of the biggest IMAX screens in the country. It's probably like ranked number 8 or number 9, around there. I think the biggest one is in New York. This year is the year for movies. I'm excited to watch Michael. I'm excited to watch Doomsday. I'm excited to watch the Mario movie, Spider-Man. There's so many different movies that are coming out this year. 2026 is a great year for movies. I barely watched Iron Lung. Oh, I have so much to say about that movie. That movie was amazing. I went to watch it with my little brothers. I call them little, but they're not little. I went to watch it with my brothers. And I was excited for that movie when it came out, just because of the story behind it. Markiplier, he practically did this all on his own, you know. Obviously he had a team, but I'm saying he wrote his own movie, he directed it, he starred in it. That's amazing. That's some pretty good inspiration right there. That honestly would be the dream. Why wait to get a call from Hollywood when you can do it yourself? It's pretty inspiring. And on top of, I've never watched Markiplier on YouTube, so I didn't know who he was. So I'm kind of a little bit biased because I went in with fresh eyes. I've never seen this guy before. I didn't have any, what's that word called? There's a word for premeditative. No, it's not premeditative. I didn't have any pre-judgment. That's not the word. What's the word? What I'm saying is, to me, it was nice. It was nice going in there, not knowing anything, and just watching an amazing performance, an amazing movie, an amazing story. Honestly, you can tell that Markiplier was passionate about this. He put in his whole heart. He put in everything he had into making this movie the best that it could be. And it was so good to the point that I felt like I was even playing the game. I felt like I don't even have to play the game because I felt like I already played it just watching the movie. It was amazing. That's how good it was. I need to read more books. I don't have the vocabulary that I think I have. I can't even express certain emotions because I just don't have the words. That was a good slap in the face. Preconceived. It's not the word. You guys probably know the word I'm trying to think of. Basically, I didn't go in with any pre-existing. I didn't go, there you go. That's the word. I went in without any pre-existing now what's the next word? Any pre-existing judgment. I went in without any pre-existing judgment. I think that's about as close as I can get. The next one that I'm very excited about that's being turned into a movie slash that was a video game is the Backrooms movie. I've been so excited for that movie, honestly. Like, there's just something about liminal spaces that just really hit your soul, your heart. But not in a positive way, but also not fully in a negative way. It's more like I guess it's a bit of nostalgia. It's a bit of uncanny valley vibes. That is going to be an amazing movie, and I'm excited for it. As soon as the tickets come out, I'm gonna buy like maybe 4 tickets and invite a couple friends again. All right, let's get it. I'm a little bitch sometimes, so I'm putting on my gloves because it gets really cold in the fridge. I didn't have any other gloves. These are meant for snow. squished. I got my traveling backpack here. Has everything I need to draw, to film, to hydrate. All the essentials. The baby carrier. And my hat. I'm gonna look at that hair. I'm this close to regretting my my hair growth. All right. Okay. Oh. Time for delivery. I really need to get myself a camera because now I can't listen to my music while I'm driving. This is the radio. Also, I was reviewing the footage right now and you guys are shaking a lot. That's my fault. You know, this is why I need a camera. Something to stabilize the camera. Something to stabilize you guys so it's not like the whole time. It looks pretty bad. I feel like no matter where I mount the phone, you're gonna see shakiness. Increase the production value and get a gimbal. That's gonna look like a whole setup. I don't want to create so much attention, bring so much attention. Cops are gonna be on my ass. Sir, why do you have an entire rig system in your car? You know that's illegal, you know that's dangerous, you know you can harm people. I get it, sir, you know. I'm trying to keep it minimal. One time I got stopped by a cop. It was near San Juan Capistrano, near Crown Valley. I don't even know why. He didn't really give me a clear answer. He just pulled me over. Him and his buddy cop came up to one window, another window. Nice cop was asking me questions, you know, where am I going? What am I up to? Bad cop was like basically sticking his head in the window, looking at everything. And I felt like I was lucky that I had my kids, my daughter's car seat in there. She wasn't here, but her car seat was there, so they knew I had a kid. And then I had my tools in the back, and then the rest of the car was empty. So there was nothing in here but my tools. And so it's not like they could see anything right away. My car back then wasn't tinted. This one is a little bit tinted. But he started asking me, so are you affiliated with El Chapo? I was like, what? And he was clearly making a joke, but, well, in my opinion, he was making a joke. I started to answer like, no, I'm not affiliated with El Chapo. And then he starts cracking up. And that kind of made, like, I felt a little relieved, and then I started laughing. Because then I realized, like, oh, this guy's joking. He let me go, whatever, and then as I was doing my job, I was replaying that whole thing in my head, how they pulled me over for no reason. They just started asking me questions. They asked me if I'm affiliated with El Chapo, and then the other guy just looking inside my car with a very straight, serious face. And then they let me go. I was like, I don't know if that was considered racism, if maybe he wasn't making a joke, maybe he was trying to poke fun at the fact that I'm like brown. I don't know. I didn't want to look at it that way. I don't look at things that way. But it felt weird. The whole thing was kind of weird, that it made me think that for a second. But I don't know. It could be that, I mean, they were both white guys, obviously, but it could be that he thought it looked a little weird. You know, maybe I had an old car too. I had a 1997 Ford Explorer, a white Ford Explorer, and it was just old, beaten down. The paint was chipping off. And I guess it didn't match with the rest of the city. They have nice cars, you know. Over there, they have really good cars. And even the workers, I think, they have, like, nice trucks, you know. So, yeah, I think that's why he pulled me over. Maybe he had a reason to believe that. Maybe I looked like somebody they were after. I don't know. But I wasn't trying to play the race card. That was the first time in my life that I've got pulled over many times for different reasons. But this was the first time that they made me feel a little weird. It felt like there was no purpose for pulling me over. It's not like the other times they had I'm gonna take that back. One time I got pulled over because I was speeding. I think this is why I love YouTube, because I can just talk and let everything out I have in my heart and not have to worry about somebody yawning, which I understand that I can go on for a long time. I have a lot to say. Well, at the same time, nothing to say, but I just love talking, and I don't want to bore somebody with the stuff that I have to say, because I know that I can go on forever and they're kind of meaningless. They mean everything to me, but I know that other people don't care. I have that understanding. That's why I try not to talk so much. But anyways, enough with the rants, enough with the yapping. That was a nice yap session today. God bless you guys, and we'll see you in the next one. I got a burrito as part of my payment.